Hey everybody, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about this knife. It's the Microtech out the front UTX. Oh, come on, let's focus. Oh, there we go. UTX-85. And we have a problem, folks. We have a problem. You know, I haven't carried this or used this until just recently, in the last month or so. And I bought this like, I don't know, about maybe a year and a half ago. Can't remember. But it was hardly ever used. It was sitting in one of my EDC pouches. I hardly ever used it. I hardly ever carried it. I don't know why, but I never really used it. I carried it to work, but it just stayed in my bag. It really didn't get any use. I used my other knives. And recently, I thought maybe, if I'm going to pay this much for a knife, I should carry it and use it. So I have been using it for the last month or so. And to be honest, I've used it to open a few packages, and the blade is just sharp as all hell. I mean, it's about the sharpest blade next to my Spyderco's. So I'm really pleased with the blade performance. I mean, you just have to basically touch whatever you're going to cut, and it just cuts, and not a lot of effort. It's a beautiful blade. Love the steel, M390, all this and that. And the reason I bought a Microtech out the front, because I was going to buy one of those cheap Chinese brands for 40, 50 bucks. Some go all the way up to 60, 80 bucks. And I've seen reviews on those, and those got pretty good reviews. But I wanted to go a step above and buy a US made, to me, very expensive. This was almost $300. $280 with tax and all that and this and that. It was $300 basically. So I thought I'd go a step above and get the best, best in the industry, Microtech. And I've read reviews, seen reviews, and all this and that, and it's one tough knife. Well, yesterday or the day before, actually it was yesterday, I went to open the blade to open a package, and this happened. That happened. And it happened before, and it was because I kind of like didn't go full force with the button, and it kind of like I thought I messed up and I didn't push the button completely or something, and it did that. And it did that long time ago, and it never did it again. And but now it has no problems coming back in, but going out. That it locked, but let me see. That locked. Uh-oh. Don't tell me it fixed itself. There you go. When it's pointed straight up, it's not going to pop out. It's sticking somewhere. And I didn't cut anything sticky. I didn't cut open boxes where I had to go over tape or anything like that to make the blade sticky or anything. I haven't used anything to cut that was wet or messy. This mainly I use mainly this to cut open plastic and cardboard. There you go, snapped out. Now, normally, if I had paid like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks, even that much, I would have just dealt with it, just kept it like this, All I would have had to do was basically, just point it downwards but see how it doesn't work when you point the blade upward. So if it was a cheap knife, I would have just okay. Who cares? It's cheap knife. I'm just gonna deal with the fact that I might have to pull the blade out to make it lock, or point it downwards and kind of like flick it to make the blade lock out. You know, that's something I would just do if it was a cheap knife. But this is way too much money to, you know, tolerate this type of performance. And I was really shocked that Microtech knife, barely used and used very lightly, in fact, not even on messy things, would malfunction, you know, like that. I mean, I understand if I had this knife for years and I didn't take care of it or used any maintenance or anything on it and just abused the hell out of it for years, and finally it started doing that. I could understand if I was sitting at home all day just playing with the action and I wore the springs out or something like that. I could understand if I did that and the knife started to malfunction, but I barely, to be honest, I mean, for the amount of money you spent on this knife, I barely used this knife. You know, and it just, I was totally disappointed. So I went on their website to find out how I can return this and have it fixed. According to them, they do have a lifetime limited warranty, which says that they will fix malfunctions that are related to regular operation, such as, I guess, this. You know, this is a regular operation, trying to open the knife and bring it back in. That's just, you know, so they have a lifetime warranty, lifetime limited warranty. And so I got the instructions. Basically, you have to create a work order ticket and send them an email, and they respond back pretty quickly. They respond back with a work order number that you have to use to relate this knife to the repair, and they tell you to go on the website to get the shipping instructions, where you have to ship it to them with the work order number and all that. And it takes they said about 4 to 8 weeks time to fix and return the knife. So that's what I'm gonna do. I normally don't want to go through headaches like that, and that's one of the main reasons I don't like buying expensive knives, because I'm like, you know, if it breaks, malfunctions, this and that, you know, you're compelled to return it to get it fixed, because, you know, that's a lot of money to spend on something that just fails on you. So, you know, I hope that when they receive this, they don't just, you know, flick it open a couple of times and say, "Oh, this knife is working fine. What is he talking about?" Ship it back to him, you know. Or I hope they at least, you know, boom, you know, point the blade upwards and see that it's more than a little problem, you know. You want a expensive knife to flick out. This is not a gravity knife, okay? A gravity knife is when you press a button and you allow the blade to fall out using gravity, and it locks out, okay? And then when you want the blade to come back in, you point the blade up and allow the gravity to pull the knife back in. This is not that. This is a knife that is supposed to be fully automatic and supposed to expel the knife, eject the knife, and lock out no matter what angle you have it at, okay? And that's what you're paying for. Yeah. So, you know, rather than me trying to fix it, because if I try to fix it, you know, I don't want to stick anything down the action or try to clean it or whatever, and then they tell me, well, your warranty's void because you try to repair it yourself. I'm not going to go through that. So I'm just going to go ahead and send it to them and see what happens. And I'll do a follow-up video and let you know how their customer service was and how the warranty is on this knife. Okay? Yeah, so I'm very surprised, very shocked, because I've seen videos where they do torture tests with this knife or these knives that come from Microtech, and they hold up very well in those torture test videos and stuff. So I thought, man, I'm never going to have a problem with this knife. But here you go, have a problem. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and stand by. In the next 4 weeks, 8 weeks, I won't have this knife. It will be sent back. It will be repaired. And when it returns, I'll do a follow-up video and let you guys know. All right, take it easy. Thanks. Subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.